We all make mistakes. If you can't make mistakes, you can't make decisions. I've made a lot bigger mistakes myself. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. Always invest for the long term. Focus alone is not enough. Putting in the time to commit is also crucial to achieve success. Wall Street is the only place that people drive to in a Rolls-Royce to take advice from people who ride the subway. Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. The most dangerous distractions are the ones you love, but that don't love you back. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. Investment philosophy is the clear understanding that by owning shares of stocks, he owns businesses, not pieces of paper. Never ask a barber if you need a haircut. In looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if they don't have the first, the other 2 will kill you. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. It takes 20 years to build a reputation, and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. We don't have to be smarter than the rest. We have to be more disciplined than the rest. If you've been playing poker for half an hour and you still don't know who the patsy is, you're the patsy. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Games are won by players who focus on the playing field, not by those whose eyes are glued to the scoreboard. What we learn from history is that people don't learn from history. I learned to go into business only with people whom I like, trust, and admire. Don't pass up something that's attractive today because you think you will find something way more attractive tomorrow. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster. They tell you nothing about the future. You are lucky in life if you have the right heroes. I advise all of you, to the extent you can, to pick out a few heroes. If at first you do succeed, quit trying on investing. It's good to learn from your mistakes. It's better to learn from other people's mistakes. In the insurance business, there is no statute of limitation on stupidity. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. Chains of habit are too light to be felt, until they are too heavy to be broken. The first rule is not to lose. The second rule is not to forget the first rule. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. You only have to do a very few things right in your life, so long as you don't do too many things wrong. You never know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rings gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. In the world of business, the people who are most successful are those who are doing what they love. If you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your money. If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need. We always live in an uncertain world. What is certain is that the United States will go forward over time. People always ask me where they should go to work, and I always tell them to go to work for whom they admire the most. Never depend on single income. Make investment to create a second source. I try to buy stock in businesses that are so wonderful that an idiot can run them, because sooner or later, one will. A single year's performance is of minor importance, and good or bad should never be taken seriously. If book knowledge made great investors, then the librarians would all be rich. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. With each investment you make, you should have the courage and the conviction to place at least 10% of your net worth in that stock. I'd rather have a $10 million business making 15% than a $100 million business making 5%. There's class warfare, all right, but it's my class, the rich class, that's making war, and we're winning. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. When you combine ignorance and leverage, you get some pretty interesting results. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. I am not a businessman. I am an artist. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end.